Hello everyone, I'm Olivia S. Benson. I know some of you already know who I am, but in case you're new, I'm Olivia S. Benson and I'm the author of a couple of books, but right now we've mostly been talking about For the Love of My Father. And basically what we talk about is women healing from, let's just summarize it and say, daddy issues. Today, I'm just going to do a real quick live because there are a few posts that I did this week, and I did one last week or a couple of weeks ago that I thought were super important. And if you haven't seen it, go take a look. They're on Instagram, they're on Facebook, and if you don't follow me there, please go take a look as we have some other posts. Also, if you're following me on YouTube, please go to my Facebook and Instagram pages and take a look at the things that go there, because everything that's on Facebook and Instagram is not necessarily on YouTube. But anyway, I did a post, and the post essentially was saying that holding on to your anger or your resentment, or for that matter, any negative emotion as it relates to your dad, because that's mostly what we talk about, but really is applicable to anyone. But holding on to it is essentially like holding on to a hot coal. And the reason we say that is because basically it's hurting you. And negative emotions have such a significant impact in our lives that it's something that you would want to release as soon as possible, even if the other person is responsible, because whatever you might feel that your father did or didn't do for you, the bottom line is that he's moved on, time has passed, and you're left with the baggage of this situation. So what is in your best interest is to let go of whatever feelings you might have which are not good for you. And there's a post that, if it's not out already, but it will be on Facebook and Instagram. And the post essentially says, you know, the thing that happened to you, the thing that your dad did to you, the thing that that person did to you is a thing that happened. It's finished. It's over. And it's not happening right this moment. If we can realize that, and this one was big for me because there were so many things that happened in my life. If you read my books, you'll know, but I mean, I've had a lot of challenges in a lot of different areas with a lot of different people, family, you name it, I've had it. So one of the things I like to say is the things that I speak about, I'm not telling you what I heard. I'm telling you what I know. But the thing is that so many things happened, and for many years they were replaying in my mind. And what the scientists and the psychologists and the psychiatrists tell you is that your brain doesn't know the difference. If you're replaying it, you're having the same experience over and over. And those experiences have physiological effects on your body. So getting to the point where you stop the movie and the replay of the movie in your head is super important. If you can do that, you're at the beginning of making yourself better, because you're not suffering every single experience over and over again. And I also had, I think what they call it is sort of like running mind, where your mind just plays with you and keeps going over and over and over and over again, and it never stops. So you're continuously suffering the same thing. This is important. The other thing that's significant, and it's in the post also, is that, you know, your dad, whatever he did, or for that matter, anybody else, this was not personal to you. He did what he did because that's who he was. And he didn't stop and say, you know what, Olivia, I'm going to be this way to you. Or whatever your name is, put your name in there. I'm saying Olivia, but you put your name in there. I'm going to be this way to you because XYZ. That never happened. He was who he was and didn't have, for most of us anyway, didn't have the ability to change who he was for the circumstances. The other one that I think is important, I'd love you to go take a look at it on Instagram and Facebook, is that there eventually is a time. There's a time where it really doesn't matter whose fault it was. It doesn't matter who is to blame. Those things are real. Somebody was responsible for what happened to you. It was your dad's responsibility to be a friend. All of those things are real and true. But eventually, if you suffer enough, right? If you suffer enough, you can get to the point, or you should get to the point. At least let's say this. You don't have to do anything you don't want to. I got to the point where there had to be a line. And enough suffering was enough. And that you have within your control. You cannot make your dad, or like I say, anybody else change. Even asking for forgiveness. You know, there's a post that I did a few weeks ago, and it said basically the hardest forgiveness you'll ever have to do is for someone who never asked for forgiveness, but you have to forgive them anyway. And so there are a series of things, and the posts that I did this week, I think are really, really important. For those of you who watched on YouTube and saw the series that we did on Alicia Keys, by the way, thank you for all the new followers on Facebook. Thank you for your support on YouTube. The Alicia Keys series, you know, we had over 200,000 views and a lot of comments. And there were a good number of people who simply felt like maybe she shouldn't have forgiven him. You know, a fair amount of people seemed to be angry. But let me tell you, it wasn't about him. It was about her. Now, he benefits, you know, from this fact, but the essence is that it's about you. And the person who did it to you, whatever it is that it is probably going about their life. They will have consequences, but that has nothing to do with you. But the pain and the suffering, the hot coal, you're holding in your hand. So I want to suggest that you take a read of those posts on Facebook and Instagram, and take a look at the videos that I've posted. And this video also will be posted on YouTube. But take a look and consider those things, because the idea that I didn't have to mentally continue to suffer was important. The idea that, you know, forgiving was, and everybody says that forgiving is for you, but the image of holding on to something that's hurting you like hot coal is significant. The idea that, you know, that blame and fault finding have to end so that you can heal, those are things that I was able to internalize and really, really work with. And then also the idea that it's not personal. It wasn't personal. And, you know, God bless your dad, whoever he might be, and whatever issues you might have with him, but it wasn't you. And that should give you freedom. I'm Olivia Benson. I'm the author of this lovely book, which is available on not Facebook. It's available on Amazon, and of course, it's available on my website, which is oliviasbenson.com. Please follow me to get more information, more insights on this subject, and forgiveness. That's the key. There's a whole chapter, a pill to take like your life depends on it. Until next time, look forward to hearing from you all, and peace and love. Take care. Bye.